Okay, so chapter 3. So, this entire chapter is basically a definition between the flesh and the spirit. So, when he starts off here, do we need to again to commend ourselves as need we, and some other epistles of the commendation to you. And he says that the epistle written in our hearts than letters, right? Instead of ink, but with the spirit of the living God. Not with stones, but the flesh shaped tablets of the heart. So, this basically is when you're looking for recognition, you don't look for recognition of people, but of God. Because you remember, what you do unto God and not unto man, right? Because we have to trust through Christ. So, even though that people will say we're not doing a good job, our lifestyle doesn't measure up to God, they don't know what God is looking for, right? Because it says our sufficiency is of God, not of ourselves, right? And they say the letter of the Spirit, for the letter killeth, but the Spirit giveth life. So, again, if it is we're looking for recognition from people, you will never be good enough. No matter what you do, someone will always have a problem. This is where, when we start to feel like condemn about our past, or someone reproaches us, we go back to the Spirit for comfort. Because remember, He has already forgiven us. When Moses, in this particular verse here, went to get the tablets of the Ten Commandments from the mountain, because he was in the presence of God, when he returned with the tablets, the people of Israel could not behold his face because it was so bright, and they had to hide away their face, and because of that they call it a veil, because they weren't worthy back then to face God, right? To the spirit of be rather glorious, right? So the ministration of righteousness exceeded in glory. With that being said, when Christ came and he died for us, that veil was taken away. Because the Old Testament was basically about the law. Before you could have go into a temple, you have to do a sacrifice to cleanse yourself using animal's blood. Because now Jesus died on the cross, that veil is now gone. So you see here in Mark, Moses, which put on a veil over his face, that the children of Israel could not steadfastly look at the end of which was abolished, but their minds were blinded. And it continues here to say, for until this day remained the same veil untaken away from the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in Christ. Right? So, nevertheless, when shall turn to the Lord, the veil shall be taken away. Now, the Lord is that Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. Liberty meaning freedom, right? That is the other word for liberty. In other words, we are now free to worship God. We are free to approach the presence of God without needing a sacrifice, without needing an intercessor of somebody else. So, this is basically what this chapter is about. The open face behold the glass of glory to glory has changed into the same image from glory to glory. So, again, we don't look for commendation from men, but from God. And we should not look for people's opinion, because the fact that Jesus died for us, we could go to Him to get that sort of commendation and comfort. So I hope this kind of breaks down. It's a bit confusing when you read it, especially when they talk about the veil, but I hope I brought some sort of understanding to this chapter.